Thank you. I know there's not a lot of people here tonight, and that's kind of not the norm. These meetings are usually very full. But for those of you that are here, that signed my petition cards, I want to thank you. And those of you that took cards and got your friends and neighbors and whatnot to sign them and got it back to me, again, I thank you. None of us like getting these petition cards signed. And again, none of us like writing a check for $4,800 either. So petition cards for me was a way to go, and I happened to get mine signed and got me on the ballot. No one has filed a run against me, so I mean, I'm done. You're stuck with me for 4 more years. And it's because of the people in this room and some of the other clubs that made that possible. And just to expand a little bit on Bruno, again, you know, so many people that I spoke to, and I worked outside the library over on Powell Road, which is where I got most of my cards signed. They have no idea what you're doing, and they're very reluctant to sign the card. And you know, you try to explain to them, look, you're not voting for me, this just gets me on the ballot. Some people get it, other people don't. A large portion of the cards that are signed, the supervisor of election kicks back because something's wrong with them. At our age, I would suggest about every 5 years you go to the supervisor's office and you update your signature. Because if your signature starts to look a little different, some of our hands get a little shaky when we're signing, the supervisor of elections office won't accept that card. They're pretty strict over there. If you've moved and you haven't updated your address at the supervisor's office, that card will get kicked back. So I probably averaged a little over 10% of the cards that I turned in got kicked back. And you know, these are cards that we have to pay for, and then we not only do we have to pay to get them printed, we have to pay to get them counted. So it makes it easier for everyone. Just keep up with your home address, because I know we all like to move in the villages. So keep updating your address, update your signature. And thank you again. And I'm going to turn it over to the candidates. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh.
Hold it straight. You don't think there's something wrong with that? Okay. I don't know what it is, but this is where you go. Thank you. Okay. As I said, we're going to give each of the speakers 5 minutes to tell you about themselves. We're asking them to make sure that they include in that discussion why they want to run for office and what makes them qualified. Mike, would you like to go first? Thanks.
Good evening, everyone. Hello, thank you for coming out. I want to thank the president here, and I want to thank everyone else who helps out with this. A lot of stuff goes on in the background, a lot of emailing, phone calls, scheduling, setting up the rooms, a lot of work. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you to all you guys. My name is Michael Squier. I'm running as a Republican for Sumter County District 4. We moved here over 30 years ago. I was still in 3rd grade when we came down here. I went from working on my grandfather's dairy farm to coming and hanging out with a lot of your beef and cattle grandkids and kids down here for Sumter County. Sumter County helped raise me. From there, I went to South Sumter High School. I played for Coach Kingman Sherman. I married my high school sweetheart, Sarah. From there, I went to WTI. I was trained as a correctional officer. I worked at Sumter Correctional down the way here. Ever since then, I've had other hands-on jobs. I've even worked on the side of the road selling produce. Right now, I'm working as a delivery driver because that gives me the freedom, the availability to go to any of the meetings that I need to, show up to the events, participate. It gives me time to be able to read the records and do the research so that this county and this campaign can get the time and effort that it needs to be taken seriously. And that's why I'm running. Sumter County deserves a commissioner to show up and answer plainly, track promises publicly, and to make growth pay for growth. I'm not a polished person. So, sorry, I'm stumbling here for you. That just kind of goes to the polished part. Why do I want to run? I don't. I spent so many years with my head in the sand trying not to run, trying not to see the problems, that it built up back on me. And what I felt over time was this obligation. I was out of sync with my community. I wasn't resonating with them. My problems weren't their problems because I kept my head so far in the sand that when I finally surfaced again, it was a lot. To take a quote that Jeff said, it was like drinking from a fire hose. It is, it's a lot. But why do I want to run? It's because early on, Sumter County invested in me. They gave me a lot of leadership training. They put me into a lot, and how they do that is they don't train people to be kings, they train people to be great in a team. And in order to do that, paradoxically, to make great followers, you have to make great leaders. And that's what makes a good team. Team cooperation, communication, collaboration. Why do I think I'm qualified? Because for the last 20 years, that's what I've done on my free time, is push policy and procedure systems. I've torn them apart, I've played with them, I've tried to learn them, and I've had the time in the past 20 years to do that kind of tinkering. Politics here in Sumter County is exactly that. You've got a lot of systems. You need to understand all the different parts. You need to understand the motions, how they work, how they don't work. And then the third part is power and failure. What does success look like? What does failure look like? How do you combine that feedback to get different outcomes that you need? And I apply this to everything that I do. And that's why here for Sumter County, I want things simple. I want things more clear. I want things more available. Because constituent access and constituent access and transparency is how we enforce accountability. Thank you. My name is Michael Squier, and I'm running for County Commissioner.
If you don't mind, I'm going to stand up. I do better when I'm on my feet. Good evening. My name is Jeff Bogue. I'm running for re-election for District 4 here in Sumter County. And for some of you, I know you from different clubs and different events. Others, you may not know me, so I'll take a few minutes to tell you about me. I am an Army brat who grew up after my father retired as a colonel in the Army on a farm in Kentucky, hog farm. Spent my impressionable years there and went off to college. Earned my first degree in biology. Ended up here in Florida back in the early 80s. Began my career as a firefighter paramedic. Earned a degree after that in healthcare administration. So I served as a firefighter paramedic and a flight paramedic on a trauma helicopter for 20 plus years, 23 years, retired. Moved here to Sumter County in 2012. My wife of 34 years has blessed me with 3 adult children that we raised, and one of them's a firefighter paramedic, or soon-to-be paramedic here in Sumter County. One's a biomedical engineer, and then my daughter, who is smarter than all of us, is working on her 3rd year in veterinary medicine at the University of Florida. So we moved up here. I bought a small farm. So I live down in the Bushnell area. I own a 10-acre farm where we have cattle. We have Angus cattle. We have horses, goats, chickens. I live on a 1-acre parcel. Pay my property taxes, happy to say. Like all of you, I'd love to see them be reduced. We'll have lots of discussion about that in many months to come. I'm currently working as an executive with Advent Health. I manage emergency services for 23 hospitals from Ocala down to Lee Memorial, down in Lee County. I've been doing that since about 2015 or so. I started working as an executive. I have many years of experience in budgeting, operating a multi-million-dollar business. I have degrees and am currently the only sitting county commissioner who has earned the designation as a County Commissioner, Advanced County Commissioner 2. I attended the University of Florida Institute for County Government and earned that designation. That helped me understand how to manage and govern land development codes, our ordinances, our fees, our taxation. So that's part of the reason I feel like I'm qualified. I've given 4 years. I believe in term limits. If I'm blessed enough to serve another 4 years, I will self-limit myself and call it quits after that. I believe in our federalistic style of government where our forefathers meant for us to come forth and serve as citizens and then go back to our careers. I have a number of items in the back of the room, and on your seats there's some flyers that tell you a little bit about me. My personal cell phone's there and my personal email is there. You're welcome to call me 24/7. I answer the phone. If I'm busy and don't answer it, I'll get back to you as quick as I can. I believe in being accessible. I've been involved in the last 4 years in a lot of good progress that we've made here in Sumter County. And the next 4 years are going to be a tough 4 years. We've got some good work that needs to be done. And I think that we have a really good board currently. I have to be careful about what I talk about with Commissioner Bill Ardello here. I don't want to violate any sunshine laws or open meetings violations. I would encourage you to look into the background of each of us candidates. Choose the one that is the most qualified. I am an unapologetic, God-fearing Christian. I believe in the right to life. I believe in serving my community. And if I've been so blessed, I'll serve you guys well to the best of my ability for the next 4 years. God bless Sumter County. God bless America, and God bless you.